The answer to that question determines whether or not you own a job or you own a business. Neither answer is wrong here, but there's a critical difference between the two that we're going to flesh out here in this video. So you're definitely going to want to stick around and see kind of where this is going. Okay, so you're asking yourself how to start a business, how to start an online business. And I want you to humor me for a second. I'm going somewhere. I'm going to make a point. It's going to take a second to get there. So I want you to envision, what does this look like when you're successful? How are you interacting with your customers? What is their experience like? How much money is happening? How much money is being made? Do you have employees? Do you not have employees? I want you to think about that whole process. What does the website look like? And just kind of think about, put yourself in that place and think about, what does it feel like? What does it feel like to be successful, to hit your goals and do all that? Okay, so are you there? All right, so I'm going to ask you a question. Where are you? What are you doing? Now, a lot of people, it's going to take you a second to understand what I'm saying, but the answer to that question means everything. The answer to that question determines whether or not you own a job or you own a business. Neither answer is wrong here, but there's a critical difference between the two that we're going to flesh out here in this video. So you're definitely going to want to stick around and see kind of where this is going. So think about this for your situation, right? What are you doing? Are you the one that's working with the clients? Are you running the books? Are you hiring employees? Or are you taking a nap? You get the difference now, right? There is a difference between owning a job and owning a business. Neither is wrong. And what you'll typically find out, at least in my experience, is that for a long time I owned a job. I had businesses that I worked in, and it's an interesting skill to be able to extract yourself from that business that operates and that you get so much fulfillment from. That's something actually that a lot of people really struggle with, is because if you start to become successful in your business, people are like, Mark, you got this thing, look at how good you are. They're feeding that ego, buddy, and it feels great. And they're pumping you up, and you go home and you beat your chest and you go, I feel good. But you have to think, when you're doing that, if you have employees, you're certainly in the way, even if you have one employee, you're in the way of what that person has the ability to do. And so it's a critical skill for you to start, as you're starting out thinking about building a business and how are you going to build this, how's it going to be successful, is to think about, what role are you going to play? What role are you going to play today? And what role might you play 5 years from now or 10 years from now? And it's okay to be any answer, but you need to do it on purpose, right? Again, you're going to hear me say over and over, you're baking my cake, right? I'm going to teach you the processes that I've learned. We're not baking your cake. If we were baking your cake, I would be at your YouTube channel, but you're not, right? You're here. You're here to learn the way that I've done things. Now, you think about my biscuit recipe. I love making biscuits for the kids. My biscuits call for European butter, 3/4 cup, right? Not margarine. I didn't say margarine. I said European butter, 3/4 cup, not a full cup. There's all of these little details matter. And I promise you, if you build a damn business on accident and thinking that you're going to be taking a nap, and then one day you find out you just have a job and you own a job, you're going to be frustrated. And so what does that look like? Why does that matter? It matters because as your mindset, as you're building this, you have to think about ways and infrastructure to automate things, to build out processes so that you can hire a new employee and they can understand what in the world is going on, how to operate this business without you there. And I can tell you the other thing too, if you're serious about building a business, none of us are going to live forever, right? And so if you want this to be perpetual, for it to be able to serve your family, you need to be able to have it documented and to do a lot of the things that I'm going to teach you that I've had to learn the hard way on how to do. There's a great book, if you've never heard of it, it's called As a Man Thinketh. It's by a guy named James Allen. And when I remember being 22 years old, I was actually buying a car. I was waiting on this car to come out, and I was reading this tiny little green book, and there was a section that I thought, I have to commit that to memory. And so I literally walked around outside, and I still remember it to this day. And it's important. You can look this book up. It's tiny, but again, it's called As a Man Thinketh. We're talking about what's going on in between your ears. 95% of what you accomplish, whether good or bad, is going to be driven by pretty much how you're thinking. And so but there's a piece of the book that says your mind is the master power that molds and makes. And man is mind, and evermore he takes the tools of his thoughts, and he shapes what he wills, and brings forth 1,000 joys or 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, and then it comes to pass. His environment is but his looking glass. The thinking is, you might think, well, we got to get onto this, we got to get going on this business. No, we don't. You need to make sure that what is going on between your ears is actually working properly before we start putting the little pieces together. And again, we're not going to be vague. This is a specific deal, but it's incremental. It's going to grow on itself. And you're going to have to hang out with the content. You're going to have to say, you know, the people of you that are going to be successful are going to go, I need to find out who the hell James Allen is and pick up this book and read it. You can just find it. I'm sure you can probably find a free PDF online. And you're going to start going, wow, like if I think differently, my life can be differently. And regardless of what happens on your business, if you embrace this process, you're going to be a better human being. You're going to be more helpful to your family. You're going to be a better person in your community. And as I get better and you get better, we all get better as a society. And that's an important thing. It's one of the reasons I always, tell you guys to make sure to like the videos. Don't be selfish. If this is helpful to you, it is going to be helpful to other people too. And so give us some comments. That helps me know what you're thinking, what's going on between your ears, so that I can target this content. And as you guys are going to learn, I have successful businesses. I don't get a chance to do this all the time. So I'm trying to find the best time that I can to be helpful to you guys and to give you a leg up. But it's going to take effort. You have to be always thinking about actions. How do I move forward? What can I do today? There's going to be a lot of days you feel like I can't do anything. You can always do something. If you're in one of these situations, I just can't do anything, call your mama. Go. I'm from the South, right? That's what I say. Call your mama. Say hello to her. Call a friend. Encourage them. Add something positive. And then what that's going to do is that's going to help you emotionally. You're going to feel better. And then you can come back and focus on your business. But think ahead is the main thing I want to get across in this video, is thinking ahead of what are you trying to create and what are you doing in this. Now, don't be delusional. Right, you're not going to go, well, I want to make $1 billion and I want to sleep all day. Well, yeah, okay, maybe one day. And if I get there, I'm not quite there yet. If I get there, I'll let you know how I did it. But until then, I don't know how to do that. I do know how to make a lot of money, more money than you can spend, or if you're doing things that are intelligent and not stupid, right? And for your kids to never have to worry about anything, your grandkids never have to worry about that. I know how to do that. And so, but you have to be realistic, right? Incremental process. It's going to require effort, but you guys can do this. Final thing. This process is really 3 steps. There's memorization, personalization, actualization. I can't even remember what book this came from, but I remember this from a long time ago. Memorization is the first thing. You're spending time with this content. It's the reason you need to subscribe. You need to hang out here, because you need to soak this in so that you're memorizing this. But it's not about my ego. It's not about, these aren't my ideas. These are just success principles, and these are specific things that work to build a business. And you need to memorize them for long enough until you can personalize it, until it becomes you. It's your spin, your personality. You have something unique to give. And then finally, you do it for long enough that you become like me as an example. I'm not reading a script. I am the information, right? I'm actualized into the information. And that's the process that we're trying to do with you guys. So stay encouraged. Stay on the channel. Looking forward to catching up with you guys at another video. Have a great day.